Hey guys, Jeff from Smoking T-Jets. You like the Thunderbikes? I do too. I know, hard to tell, huh? Hard to tell. I love the Thunderbikes. I really do. I really like the Thunderbikes. But you know, guys, often you put them on the track and, you know, they don't go very good. Like the back tire will spin and they just barely move down the track. Well, we all know it's because the back tire is either brittle, might need some sanding, that type of thing. Even after you sand the bugger, it still doesn't work up to, par. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you can do, and I got a couple of them right down there, some of those old tires. I'm going to show you what you can do to actually make these Thunderbikes work a whole lot better. Let me set up the camera, guys, and we'll dive right into it. Seriously, guys? I mean, Really? You know what I mean? I mean, that's the way those buggers normally run. It's always do the back tires. Now, here's one. I'm going to go ahead and put on the track, get it situated over here. Redid the back tires, and I'll show you what I did here in just a second. But look at that. I mean, just really fast. Let me do this. I'll show you what it looks like going around the track. Camera out here. Just a sec. Yeah, there we go. I mean, just look at the way that thing goes around the track, guys. You give it just a little bit of juice, and it's just flying. I mean, absolutely flying. The back tires actually have some traction, and it's fun to race now. It's really fun to race. All right, let me show you what I did. All right, getting the camera set up here, guys. Pardon me. Here's what I did. The washers right there. The back tires that look like little rubber washers. I went to the hardware store with these, and these are so brittle. If this top one a little bit more pliable, but I don't know if you can see the cracks in this one. But if I bend that bugger at all, it's going to crumble. I took these, and I took the back hub, the axle, all three of these to the hardware store. And they got the hardware store directed me towards these flat washers, guys. These are neoprene. Now they're not the exact size that fit this, and I looked for the ones that fit this, and I recall using my last two, but these were ones I took home just to see if the rubber or the neoprene was going to work, and it does. So my point is if you take these to the hardware store, you can get a pretty good match. Now here's one problem I had. The distance that we have here between the gears and then this little flat part right here, these are made to fit. They're made to fit. When I started sticking the washers onto the back gear here, it didn't fit quite well. So what I did is I just grabbed some sandpaper, guys. And I started taking the washer and just sanding it down. Did it take a bit? Yeah, sure did. Sanding neoprene. I think neoprene is like the wetsuit material, but just take your time. Then all of a sudden, what was nice, as soon as I got the right thickness and it fit on here properly, you saw what happened to the Thunderbike. It works perfectly. So what you do is, again, I don't have the right size here, but just take these to the hardware store. And I noticed, like the Home Depot, the bigger hardware stores, they didn't have them. I went to like a smaller hardware store, and they had a bunch of these neoprene washers, different sizes and all kinds of stuff. So that's all you have to do, guys. And again, the thickness of this washer really plays a big deal on this gear because you want it to fit properly. So in the back of the Thunderbike, it turns and it works properly. You can't have it too fat, and you can't have the diameter of the washer too big. You got to have one that's really close to it. Now, I think the inside diameter here of the hole, don't quote me, but I think if you get like a 1/4 inch, that's pretty darn close. So I will say that, but I know that these washers back here, they're a little bit big, but again, they come in packages like that. And again, neoprene, not the easiest thing to sand. When you put on the sandpaper, guys, just think about try sanding a wetsuit. Not the easiest thing to do, but you can do it. I've done it a number of times, and it makes the Thunderbikes again work so much better. All right, guys, that's a tip. Now, we'll end off here, but I'm looking for another bike here, and I forget which one it is. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Guys, here's a quick little tidbit. I didn't have a engine clamp. You see what I did there on that gear? I put a very tiny screw in with a washer, and I made a engine clamp out of the screw in that washer, and then this is one of the ones that just flies around the track. But guys, I'm going back a couple of years now, I didn't have an extra engine clamp. I do now, but I still like the way I fixed it. I thought it was a quick little fix, and I know back at the time, that engine clamp was the only thing from getting this bugger to work. So a little bit of ingenuity there, guys, a little heads up, and you can get these things to work, and it just works absolutely wonderful. So it's, again, a way, if you don't have an engine clamp, think about it, guys. You can make something work. This is just one of the examples I wanted to show you. All right, guys, have fun. Jeff from Smoking T-Jets.